Hi, everyone. I am Pastor Chris Sturgis. I'm the new pastor here at Divine Redeemer Lutheran Church, and I'll be starting in the area of missions and outreach here soon. And I'm excited to meet all of you and get started here, just learning what this life is like here at Divine Redeemer and the ministry that God has planned for.
So, what was your reaction when you were called to Divine Redeemer?
I was stunned and thrilled. Divine Redeemer was the top church on my list, and I did not expect, after I heard that Graham had gotten the call, to come here as well. But I was so excited. I don't know if you could see it on my face during call day because the cameras at the chapel were terrible, but I was so excited to be here. So.
Do you have any hobbies that you could tell us about? You want to tell us about?
Yeah, I love running. I haven't been able to do it for a little bit, but I love running. I've been running since I was a kid. I love to cook as well, which is shocking to a lot of people. But I love just testing out different recipes and trying out different things. I'd love to read as well, just get knowledge from around the world.
What is something unique about DR that you've learned?
The school is incredible, and also just the staff and the church. The way that the church and school are integrated together is really awesome. I have learned from both church and school staff just how closely they work together, how closely they work to pursue the mission of Christian education for their kids, which is really cool.
So, where did you grow up?
I grew up mostly in Metro Detroit in a suburb about 45 minutes northwest called Rochester Hills. And my family moved there when I was 7, and so I learned what snow was very quickly.
For people in pre-sem and seminary, what is your advice for them?
Hold on to the call that God has given to you, right? If you feel like you are being called to the ministry, that is fantastic. And my biggest advice is just keep holding on to that call. Especially in pre-sem and seminary, you got a target on your back, and so you're going to face the spiritual warfare that comes along the way with it. So keep holding on, keep trusting in God. He's going to keep guiding you through it, and you'll learn a ton along the way.
A little bit of a crazier question. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yes, it is.
If you had 5 minutes with Jesus, what would you ask him?
Why on earth did you create mosquitoes? Why? I don't see any purpose.
Did you have any pets as a kid? And if not, did you want any?
Yes, we had a dog that was a Siberian Husky and German Shepherd mix named Sadie, and she was awesome. She and I would go running together all the time. I loved her. She was awesome.
What is something the congregation should know about you?
While I do support the Detroit Lions when they play, I'm actually a Philadelphia Eagles fan to the core, although I don't climb up light poles and jump on cars.
If you could be any animal, which one would you be and why?
I would be a lion, largely just because I like lions.
What made you want to be a pastor and when did you decide?
I really did not decide to be a pastor. If you ask my mom, it was always. But if she knew from the beginning, but I didn't decide until I was actually in college when I joined the fraternity, which is not what you normally hear. When I joined the fraternity, I was told my first semester in that the current chaplain of the fraternity was going to become the president, and I was the next chaplain. And I asked if I had a choice, and they said no. But it was amazing. I mean, to see what God was actually doing there. I was up till 3 or 4 a.m. on Fridays and Saturday nights, just helping to make sure guys got home safe, sitting with them, helping them to recover. And it was amazing to see the conversations that we had. During that time, we had about 20 of our 30 members in Sunday Bible study. 7 of them came back to Christ during that time. And I realized that there would be nothing else that would bring me that amount of joy. Nothing else would really spark that joy that I had. And so that's when I started to look into ministry. So. Thank you so much for all of your hospitality and your generosity just so far as I've been settling into Wisconsin. And I look forward to continuing to meet all of you and to serve among you as your new pastor of Mission and Outreach. And I can't wait to see what God has planned.